Hey guys, this is Avin Monte here with a tutorial on Linux Multimedia Studio. So I'm just going to show you how to quickly how to make a song. So, alright, so in here, get rid of the kicker. You're not going to need it. Just going to get rid of everything we don't need. Alright, this is all we need so far. So what I normally do, this is just really simple. I go into samples, find one you like. Doesn't really matter. Go clap. I like clap 1. And I normally get hi-hat open 5, hi-hat open 1, and close 2. So to make something simple, just put something in there. Really simple, just really simple. And then let's take those out and then see what this does. Actually, I'm just gonna make a quick song, so okay. Okay, super simple. And then you just put it in here, and we'll drag it out to 8. And then, so now we get an instrument. I normally go into presets and just look for something. That's cool. Actually, I normally get the bass for your subwoofer from the audio file processor and put it in there just so the bass is a little more intense. Yeah, you can actually hear it resonate if you listen to it. Now, okay, so now let's just not bit invader. These are really good for strong ones. Like this one is actually in my song Journey, but it's just fine. Let's do square. Okay. So for this tutorial, we're just gonna do square. So open up in your excuse me, in the piano roll. So we'll just make a quick tune, drop it down. Make sure they're right next to each other, or it'll sound bad. Like versus this. So we can just do this over and over a little bit. The more times you do this, the easier it is later on, but we'll just do that for now. Okay, that's good. So you can click, sorry. You can control click to pull that out. I generally do something like this. Okay, and then this is where I would normally pull that out, like just one little space, 2 bars maybe, and then find, or not right there actually. You would generally let it go on for a little bit, and then about there. So pull this out a little bit farther, and then right here is where you would introduce a new, a new instrument. Where let's go find one. just for simplicity, I'm going to do the same instrument, like the same notepad, notes or whatever. I don't know what to call it. And then, so here's what we've got. Okay, that's good. This is good. I made a mistake. So generally what you do is you would put something in and see if it worked. If it doesn't, you take it out, try again. And don't get anything that's like this. Don't get anything like that because you don't want loops, it sounds bad. Let's try that. And so if you're just previewing, you don't want to go all the way through, you can just skip ahead. Okay, that's perfect. So then you could try letting it go out for a couple bars without any beat, and then everything coming back in for another 4, well, in this case 6, but actually that would sound better if we do it just like that, just for 1. So let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so about here is where I would introduce a third instrument. That sounds like a core from Portal Dying. Almost. That one almost sounds like a person. Let's try that. That might sound good. So, bring that out for a bar, and then everything in for the last of the 4. Let's see how this sounds. So, scroll ahead to about here. Okay, we're getting good progress here. Alright, so that's about... Oops, I'm trying to see the time. We're gonna make this song about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So you can draw this out for a bit more. Oops. By the way, if you go into here and then, like, let's say you just make a random tune, and you can put one in there and it'll just delete it. So if you end up messing up a little bit. So drag that out. And then we could, let's see. We would get, I think, let's do that. Alright, so then we open this, and then so we're going to make it slow at first, about four those squares, and then tune it back to then make it about 1 square. Okay, that's pretty good. So we will put that there, and then go and then put everything in again. So let's just drag this out to 1:30. Okay, so yeah, about here is a minute and less. It's a little less, but that's fine. No one's gonna really notice if it's less than 30. Like, because that's just barely less. Now, what we could do is we could keep it going on the same way, but that viewers will get bored of it faster. So I'm just going to open this up in full. But the more repetitive it is, the more your audience is going to get bored of it. So you could keep listening to it. Oh, that's not out. 1:30, that's only 45 seconds. So our song will go to about here. So let's just put that in. Just right there so we can signify the end. Oh, did this just go away or something? What happened? Oh, that's really weird. There we go. Okay. You know what? Let's just make this song a minute. What is going on? Okay. This is super weird. Sometimes Lmms glitches, so it's just... We'll just make the song 1:15 for simplicity. So what we could do is just do the same thing we've been doing, but what I like to do, I haven't done this yet, but it gave me an idea. You can make a completely different tune. So, maybe. Let's try it. Why is it not? There we go. Oh yeah, and if you play on your keyboard, you can press like Z through M, actually Z through the period button, and then go up to the next row from G to the semicolon button. So you can just random buttons. Actually, what we could do is scrap that entirely and then drag this over, and instead of making them just 2, we can pull them all back and make them 2 notes instead of 1. This makes it different but the same, if that makes any sense. So that almost sounds like a video game track. So then you could drag it out like that, and then you can keep one of them the same. Let's see what that sounds like. So from all our progress, let's go to about here just so we can listen to what we've done. Okay, so what we can do is put this 2 bars in and then just drag everything out to the end. What I could have done instead of doing it just one square at a time was copy and pasting all the notes, but I'm lazy. So, there. Now let's listen to the whole project. Actually, let's bring this earlier. Okay. Alright, actually, that's good. We listened to it. Okay, so over around here, it starts to drown this out. So what we can do is just pump down the volume slightly. There we go. So now they're about equal. So this isn't too quiet, but this isn't too loud. And so it mixes, it blends together. Okay, I noticed that you can't hardly hear the bass line, so what we can do is we can go into the bass line, and actually we can go into all the notes and set the FX to 1. So now all of this is the same, and then we can pump this up and put that down a little bit. Okay, so what I like to do is just do that, so what it sounds like at the end is, instead of it just cutting off, it will just be the instrument, obviously. But let's just listen to that now. Actually, I don't like it the double note like that. Let's grab it. Let's just grab one of these. And then now listen to that. I think that was a double note as well. There we go. Okay. Well, that was the tutorial. If I was helpful in any way, or you just liked the video, go ahead and like it. Leave a subscribe if you haven't already. This has been Avin Monte with an LMMS tutorial.